posture alignment specialist, and I put together this little small video for you of 3 different exercises to stimulate and activate the arches for the feet after reading all the thread about plantar fasciitis and flat feet and what have you. They're very simple, but what I need you to do is do them as instructed. There are reasons for each individual instruction, and if you do them the way that I say, hopefully there should be an improvement in the feet. Please let me know either way, that would be great. Now, I've brought the video down to this height. You don't need to see me, all you just need to see is my feet, okay? So here we go. So the first one is called short foot. So you just need to see my feet, which you can do there. Now, what I want you to do is your normal standing stride. Take a step forward, your normal step, and make sure both feet are pointing directly ahead, okay? So that's not there, that's not like this, that's directly there, okay? So your weight is central, so you've got equal weight distribution between the front and the back foot, and all you're going to do here is lift the toes and spread, and then you're going to press the foot into the floor, but not with scrunching the toes. It's only quite a small movement. You're going to press and release. So you're going to lift and spread, press, release, lift and spread, press, release, lift and spread. Now you'll feel this in different parts of the leg as you do it. Lift and spread, press, release. Try and stay square in the hip, and try and keep your weight evenly distributed between the front and the back leg. Okay, my little helper's going to come in a second. Sorry about that. And then once you've done 20 on one side, step forwards. Again, your normal step. Again, with both feet pointing forwards, and do exactly the same thing. Lift and spread, and then press. Now, when you press, make sure that the body weight doesn't come forwards and you're pressing through the leg. You are just pressing the foot into the floor. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, you can actually activate the arches of your feet, and that is very simple. Again, now you can do this standing or seated. If it's too much to do standing, then do it seated. You can also do this with a lot of the weight all on one side, okay? The more weight that you put on one leg, the harder it will be. Okay, so you can stand how we would just be standing before, and all you're going to do is arch, so you're scrunching the toes this time to lift the centre of the foot up and release. Okay, lift the centre of the foot up and release. And you can see the bottom of the foot scrunching up. Now, some people might be able to do this easier than others. If you've had insoles in for a long time, or the bottom of the foot isn't as good as it should be, then those muscles might not have that reaction straight away, but concentrate on it and the muscles will soon start to respond. Okay, so lift, you're scrunching the toes to lift the centre of the foot and release. Now, if you put more weight onto that foot, it is a little bit harder, but if you can adjust into that from, again, 20 on one side and then do 20 on the other side, that's great. So the third exercise is heel raises. Now, there's a bit of an instruction with this. So what you need to do is stand hip distance apart with your second toes in, right directly at 12 o'clock. Okay, not your big toes. So you're not standing like this. You're absolutely dead straight ahead. That's how we were born. That's how we are anatomically, with the second toe in, facing straight ahead. Okay, it might feel a bit pigeon-toed to some of you, but that's the way it has to be. So what you're going to feel now is the bottoms of your feet pressing into the floor. Okay, the bottoms of the feet, it sounds counterintuitive, but they are going to push you up. So the bottoms of the feet are pushing into the floor, you're going to come up, and you're going to return back down. It's not one of these. You're not lifting, you're pushing to lift up. Okay? So you're going to do 10 to start off with, and you want to make sure that you're standing nice and tall, your shoulder blades are pulling back, your hands are by your sides. So it's pushing off the floor, that's the first thing that you should feel. Okay, so it'll be a slow, nice slow lift, come up as high as you can, and then slowly back down, control the move. Okay, slowly up, and slowly back down. What you need to control with this one, the first few might be a bit wobbly, but if you can adjust your ankles and make sure that they're nice and stable, if you end up doing that and all wobbling all over the place, then your muscles need to get used to this particular exercise and keep trying. So all the way up and then down. Okay, so 10 of those. Once you've done 10, take the toes out and put the heels, don't necessarily have to be together, but just close. Again, the arms by your side, shoulder blades pulling back. And again, the first thing that you should feel is your feet nice and evenly pushing into the floor. There'll just be a little lift of the heel, and then you can use your calf muscles to pull yourself up and then lower. Now again, what we don't want to do on this one is things like this, and maybe even this with the knees, okay, and you'll end up doing this, okay? So let's try, again, concentrating. If it's this, it's too easy, okay, nothing much is happening. You're lifting. What you want is to push, and you're pushing, you're activating the feet, the muscles in the feet, they're all starting to liven up now after those two exercises we've done before. So pushing up nice and evenly, you should feel nice and even through either side of the foot. Okay, 10 times. There. Okay, third position. Now this is really not a great position for a lot of people, but this is where we need to be. Your knees might want to do that, so perhaps just a little bit of a press on the outer edge of the feet to stop the knees coming in, but toes in, heels out, okay? And make sure the feet are doing the same thing at the same angle. Exactly the same thing now. We're going to push with the bottoms of the feet to lift ourselves up, and then lower with control. Lift up and lower with control. Your shoulders are still pulling back, your arms are by your sides. Excuse my patterned sandal tanned feet. Okay, so 10 of these again. And what you might find if you're doing them away from the mirror, you might have to check, because the feet will want to go back into a position that they're comfortable with, but we don't want to allow them to do that. We want to stay here, okay, and again, push off the floor, feel the pressure right through the centre of the foot, control it, and down. On this one, there will probably be a lot of ankles doing this, but the more you do, the better it gets, the more the feet respond, and the better you will hopefully increase the performance of your feet and your legs. They will really thank you for it. Let me know how you get on, good or bad, and if there's anything else I can do, let you know. I will be putting a video on about sciatica very soon. Okay, thanks very much. Bye.